Hello, thank you for checking in. It's Monday, Motivational Monday, or not. Oh, so thank you for checking in. Let me say hello to everybody. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and T-Sus and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and PD and Tim. And
you look so...
And Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Jonas, Angie Tomlinson and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Red Stapler and John McCain and Terry Sue and Brett and N1QOV and Cosmic Joe and Boot and Swede and Blair and Jay Dolman and Sam and St. Clinton and Philip Chandler and Wing Doggy. Hello. Thank you for checking in. Let me make sure I've got everyone here. Hello. David Jones says it's 83 and sunny where he is. Wow. You must have the best temperature in the country today. That's pretty nice. I think it was hit like a low 70 at the highest, but I think it's probably like high 60s now. Oh, excuse me. I'm so tired. Does having a broken foot make you more tired? I went to bed last night. I went to bed a little late, but I slept. And then I had a meeting with my therapist, and I got back. And even when I was at the meeting with my therapist, I was so tired. I got back and I took a nap at noon until like half an hour ago, and even now I'm so tired. I don't know. So Jesus says, you know what's good for a broken foot? Lots and lots of sex. Unless you hit your foot. Though I'm supposed to finally tomorrow be getting the boot, the little broken foot boot thing you're supposed to wear, and crutches. I know it's like 2 weeks into it. I had the worst. Not only am I exhausted, but I've been having the weirdest bad dreams. Last night I had the craziest bad dream. Okay, in my bad dream, I had my broken foot and pretty much everything that happened with the regular doctor. And then I had a dream that after I saw the doctor and he said, okay, your foot's broken, but it's lined up and you don't need a cast. Then I had a dream that I went after that to a dermatologist. And the dermatologist, who's supposed to just work on your face, I told him I had a broken foot, and he started examining my foot. And I said, don't touch my broken foot, don't touch my broken foot, don't touch my broken foot. And then he pulled my toe off. And he pulled my toe off, ripped it off, and then he sewed it back on. But I was so angry, I was yelling at him for pulling my toe off, and I didn't want to have it sewed. I mean, I wanted it sewed back on, but I shouldn't have had to have an operation because my toe was just fine until he pulled it off. And we got in a big fight, and then all of a sudden we were like sucked into an alien planet somewhere in another like dimension. And we were stuck in another dimension with people that kept coming and disappearing. So yeah, I don't know. Does anyone have any idea what that means? My weird dream. Oh, you knew. Yeah. So And then I woke up, but I was still stuck on the alien planet, and the dermatologist was there. And he never apologized for pulling my toe off. Yeah, dreams are weird. And I had I had other dreams that I had I had like magical superpowers, and the government was trying to chase me, and I was hiding in this deserted, yeah, like an X-Files episode. And hi Sue, hello. And I was in this deserted farmhouse with this family that were hiding me, and then the government was like threatening them. They had to give me up, and they were hiding me, and they knew they were hiding me, and they said, they give them up or you're going to be in lots of trouble. And so finally I said, and the government said, oh, it's okay, we'll let her out, we're not going to do anything bad. And so they let me go with the government, and then all of a sudden I was put in this horrible like alien prison where they wanted to dissect me and figure out where my powers came from. So yeah, I had a bad dream. I had a bad dream. It was like I was in an X-Files thing. So Tisa says, "No wonder you're so tired." Yeah, I've been going in other dimensions and fleeing a government and all kinds of things in my dreams. So I guess that's why I'm not getting a good night's sleep. I've just been running. Hi, N1QOV and everybody on YouTube. And oh, and Philip Chandler, I hope you're feeling better. Oh, but speaking of government, I don't know if any of you guys saw in the news, there is a data breach, a data dump of who, I don't know who hacked who, but it's called the Panama Papers, and a gigantic data breach, a hack, was somebody hacked all like 2/3 of the files of this offshore legal company, and this is a legal company that does all kinds of crazy business with foreign governments, offshore money for like for Russia and Vladimir Putin, and all kinds of different governments, and like huge things. And they dumped all their data, and it like a big part of so far of the stuff that people have found is that like Vladimir Putin's taking all this money from Russia and funneling it to him and his friends and like his group, like $40 billion or something like that, and it goes through like all these different like shell companies and stuff, and it's called the Panama Papers, and Iceland's government is part of it, and well, and there it was such a huge data breach. It was such a huge data breach. I don't think they've gone through all of it. And Sue just said that David Beckham's part of it. Yeah, a lot of people. This is like one of the. It's the 4th largest offshore legal company. So lots of very famous people are involved. We're going to be hearing more and more about this. This was just look up Panama Papers. If anyone hasn't heard about it, and read some of the stuff. Anyhow, it's a little crazy, and there's I'm sure there's a lot more mess waiting to come out. But and then there was another one, another big data breach, or a big thing that came out about an oil company, a company in Iran that was arranging for all the like contracts with for oil with different companies, and different contracts for Rolls-Royce and like big oil companies and governments, and foreign companies and U.S. companies, and they were the ones paying bribes to all the different like government officials and business officials to make sure like Rolls-Royce got, you know, this thing, and this company got this thing, and they were in charge of all the bribes. So all of this crazy, gigantic international corruption has just been released on the internet. I don't know if you guys have been reading about this, but it's so big and widespread. It pretty much affects like every country, and not just a little bit, but big, like big stuff. So, but check out the Panama Papers. Oh, and Wing Doggy just put a link up, so yeah. Tisa said he heard about it tonight on the news. Yeah, it's huge. Oh, I saw that movie. Linda Polly said, I saw a horror movie called Laid to Rest. It was awesome but gross. Yes, I went to that premiere. I think they've done like 3 since then. That was a few years ago. It was a girl, and there was a guy like in a car that was chasing her. Yeah, Linda said people got their heads sawed off. Yeah, it was a very the special effects were kind of crazy and Laid to Rest. The guy that's the director of it, and I talked to him a couple times. He's like a special effects like expert. So his movies had like crazy, gory, realistic, violent special effects. So you're just like, whoa. But yeah, I saw that, Linda. Oh, thanks, David Jones. So, Sturgis Guy said, I watched Johnny Darko on Blu-ray last night. He said it was a very weird movie. I have never seen that. Did you like it? And Sue said she watched Dead 7 on Sci-Fi. Oh, but speaking of my films, I just saw on Facebook, Demitiano said that Orgy of the Damned is actually going to be out sometime coming in the next month or so on different streaming service. It might be on Netflix. So, whoa! One of my movies might actually be watchable somewhere. Linda says, how about a nerd call for that? Yeah, I haven't done a nerd call in so long. I should do one, huh, Linda? All right. Motivational Monday. All right, let me... All right. I'm gonna try and do a nerd call. I keep messing it up every time I do it. Wing Dog's like, do you remember? Oh, thanks, David Jones. Thank you. Note the sarcasm. All right. Here goes. Woohoo! 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 Blur Star, Shocker, Sturgis Sky, Jesus, House of Dave, Sam, St. Clinton, Eric and Petey, and Bill Knaus, and Scott Kimmis, and Azure Youssef, and the Cram, and Marcel, and Jim Dandy, and Sturgis Guy, and Fairies Lover, and Angie Tomlinson, Wing Doggy, and Joe Barney, and Red Stapler, and N1QOV, and Bill Knaus, and Philip Chandler, Sam, St. Clinton, David Jones, N1QOV, Cosmic Joe, Terry Sue, Brett, woohoo, and Blair, woohoo, woohoo. That is a nerd call, and if you can hear that, you are a nerd. And I'm sorry if you didn't know and nobody ever told you before, but yeah, you're totally a nerd. But it's okay, it's okay. You're not alone, you're with your brethren, your fellow nerds. So own it! You can be a strong nerd, you can be a smart nerd, you can be a sexy nerd, but you're still a nerd. So own it! It's all about being proud of who you are and what you are. Because if you own your nerd, nobody can take it away from you. Woohoo! I am your queen! Woohoo! And that is my mission. That is my mantra. I try to spread the positivity, and I'm trying to remember the nerd call. Woohoo! So own it. Be a strong, proud nerd. I am your queen. Woohoo! That is my mission. That is my mantra. I try to spread positivity on the internet. I hope you will go out in your world and spread positivity too. Woohoo! All right, there's a messed up one. I'm starting to remember parts of it as I. Woohoo! I haven't done the nerd call in like months. So, yeah. So by tomorrow, Linda says I'm getting better. Oh, good, good. By tomorrow, I should have my fancy shoe boot, my broken foot boot. Wing Doggy has to, yeah, and you know what? But I'm not sure, Wing Doggy, if the first one was probably not completely correct because it was still evolving. And but I have to listen to it again. Yeah, they're gonna give me this shoe boot. I hope it's better than the little shoe I'm wearing, and crutches. Though I'm not sure if I'm going to really use the crutches. I've been hobbling around without crutches for 2 weeks. So, oh yeah, oh Fairy Silver, you're new. You haven't been here in a while. We haven't seen you in so long. Yeah, I broke, and awesome. Fairy's Lover's been working very good. Yeah, I broke my foot 2 weeks ago. I heard a noise in the middle of the night, and I jumped up out of bed to look out the window, and my shoe was at the side of my bed, and it was dark, and I stepped on it, but instead of squashing, it rolled, and my foot rolled under and folded in half, and then as I fell, so your foot's not supposed to bend that way, and the little bone in the middle on the top, little skinny bone on the top in the middle, that one just snapped. It snapped, and for the first week I thought I just sprained it. It was all black and blue and really sore and swollen, but I'm like, I can still kind of walk, and I can move all my toes, I can move everything. So I was like, oh, I thought I just sprained it, and then after a week, I was like, oh, you know, maybe. So I went to the doctor. I'm like, I'm not sure if I broke my foot or not, but I thought I better make sure. And they're like, oh, yep, it's broken. It's a little middle bone, and it's broken, but it's almost together, even though it's broken. And the doctor said I don't need a cast. I went to the doctor and I got an x-ray. He said you don't need a cast because it's in the right position and it's lined up, and it's a little bone that it'll heal on its own, but I just need to kind of isolate it and not move it. He said, but yeah, so I did go to the doctor and I got an x-ray and everything. Face over says drink milk. Oh yes, 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 of course, ferry's over. But I've been hobbling around and getting around on it, but I think it's made me extra, extra tired. Because I'm like needing to take naps I'm first having like a lot of trouble getting to sleep, and then I'm needing to take naps in the middle of the day again. So like so tired I can't even sit up or keep my eyes open. So I don't know, I don't know if that's if a broken bone really causes that. So I don't know. But I'll do something like I've been doing. Yeah, I haven't been drinking coffee. I've been having coffee like once or twice a week. I've cut back a lot on coffee. You know, I'm trying to like give my adrenal glands a rest. Linda says she has 3 cups a day. Yeah, there was a long time I was drinking like an entire pot every day, but now I haven't been having any. And I went without it long enough where I stopped having headaches. Tisa says that's what's wrong with you. Yeah. So. Yeah, I had headaches for a while. Actually, I wasn't feeling well one weekend, and I slept an entire weekend, and since I didn't drink, so I kind of slept through the whole headache thing. That's helped me get over it. So, funny, yeah. Well, but so check out some of the crazy stuff that's been. Read about the Panama Papers and the Vladimir Putin and stuff that's going on with that. It's a little crazy, and I'm pretty sure a lot more is going to be coming out because the amount of data that was released takes a while to go through, even if there's a whole bunch of people going through it. Tisa said he stopped for 2 weeks. Oh wow! So yeah, David Jones says he's waiting for the movie. Oh, excuse me. I slept all afternoon and I still feel like I need to lie down. Why am I so tired? Oh yay! Good for you, Linda. That took a while, huh? So Linda says they're finally getting Star Wars The Force Awakens, where she is up in Maine, which seems like a really long time. That came out like months ago. Oh, on DVD. Oh, okay. On DVD. I thought you meant in the movie theater. Oh, okay. Well, good. Well, it's 5:45, so I'm just about to sign off. So I don't know if I motivated anyone, but definitely check out the Panama Papers. I think you'll find it very interesting. There's more that's going to come out, I know, and it's gonna be affecting I think every country, because this is the 4th largest offshore legal firm, and 2/3 of all of their files were released. So I am just about to sign up, but let me say goodbye to everybody. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Phil Chandler and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Angie Tomlinson and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Bill Knaus and Scott Kimmis and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel and QOV and Brett and Terry Sue and Jay Dahlman and Cosmic Joe and Blair and Sam and St. Clinton and Wing Doggy. Let me make sure I didn't miss, and Sue and Fairies Lover and Ian G. Tomlinson. I may have repeated some. Let me make sure I got everybody. All right, kisses for everybody. I love you. Thank you, Wing Doggy. I love you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye, NQV. Bye.